And how is everybody doing? Alongside Jason Andera, I am Jay Elson. Welcome to this Varsity Sports Web Extra. Jason, we are going to spend some time now diving a little bit deeper into the North Dakota Boys B State Basketball Tournament. Let's throw up the bracket now and take a look at this. Rugby and Partial in one of the quarterfinals. Oak Grove and Mayport CG. 4 wins, Midco takes on Shiloh Christian. New England takes on Lemoore LM. And Jason, as you look at this right now, is there a potential upset that jumps off the page here?
You know, in this year, more than other years, you've got these top 4 teams that really seem to be a cream of the crop, to be a set above this next group. And just look at the records. I mean, you've got 2 loss teams and a 4 loss team in the top half, and then you've got 6 or 7 loss teams in the bottom half. Now, that being said, this is the Bees, man. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
If you played to this point, you can do a good job and take out a team. Look at Lemoore LM. That's a team that has a player like Anthony Olson who plays way beyond his height, and he's put up some huge games this year. You know, and that's probably the most vulnerable team playing against New England in that first round game. That's one that you have to keep an eye on. Mayport CG is a team that keeps the game score low. They've been keeping their opponents to right around that 40 mark, and anytime you do that, that's a formula for an upset as well. And Shiloh Christian, I mean, they're playing right in their own backyard.
Yep.
I mean, that's got to help them a little bit, too, to feel confident. And Partial, it's a team that's lost 7 games this year. They've got a tough draw against Rugby, but a Partial team, you know, it's tournament time. Anything can happen. They haven't lost since back in January, so this is a team that's on a roll, too.
Now, you mentioned Rugby, and that's one team I'm interested in, obviously, because last year they had such a great run and came up just a little bit short. Potential semifinal matchup with Oak Grove, the defending champion. That could be an awfully fun one to watch.
Well, you hate to look ahead, but these 2 teams, if these top 4 teams win, these 2 semifinal games could be outstanding. And you talked about it, Rugby, a team that has Brad Heidelbaugh, a 20-point scorer, almost a 10-rebound a game kind of guy that can shoot almost 40% from 3. That's the kind of guys I like to watch. And then on the other side, Christian Adams, I mean, has done an unbelievable job this year for Fargo Oak Grove. I mean, averaging 20 points per game, hitting 55% of his field goal shots. And then Carter Crutchman will come out, and he hits 43% from beyond 3. A fun guy to watch. And Isaac Olson, the supporting cast member that they've had this year, with 12 points a game. And, you know, I talked to Kyle Card, the coach, and he says, you know, the defense has been the key this year. You look at those 3 main scorers, but he knows last year it took those pieces of the puzzle to make them a championship team. He thinks he has that in his defensive players this year. So, you know, you can't look past Oak Grove.
Of course, 4 wins. Midco's been at the top of the poll for much of the season. This is a team that has had a lot of success throughout the regular seasons, but they just haven't been able to get over that championship hump of late here when they've been so good. Is this team different? Is this one that could actually put it together and win 3?
Yeah, they've got their all-state star, Trayvon McKay. I mean, he gets a lot of the headlines, and rightfully so. But the reason this team has been so successful is they're able to play different styles. And that's what trips some teams up. When you get to the tournament, you play a team that you haven't played, you know, a style of play that you haven't been used to throughout the year. But they can play that up and down court game. That's the kind of game that they prefer. But they've got great post players. They can slow it down and beat you. And when the game's on the line, like I said, they go to their star, Trayvon McKay.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Who do you think plays for the title on Saturday, and who ends up winning it?
Well, I haven't thought a lot about this because there are so many good teams. Let's talk about New England. I mean, this is a team that could sneak right into the tournament. They've got a senior-heavy team that's won one of the toughest districts annually. District 7 is so hard to win. They've had a tough road just to get there. And then they add a couple of transfers in this year. One who's 6'8", a sophomore who's averaging almost a double-double, who's coming off the bench. So you have to put egos aside, and that's what this New England team has done with Daniel Prince leading the way. That's a team I think could sneak into this title game if things go their way and could beat 4 wins Midco in that semifinal. And on the other side of the bracket, I got to believe that this is Rugby's year. They definitely have this thing down. Last year brought a lot of guys back. Tanner Bernhardt done a great job running this team. But a guy like Bradley Heidelbaugh could lift this team, and I think Rugby ends up cutting down the nets on Saturday night.
It should be a very fun tournament to watch.
What do you think, by the way?
You know what? I'm going to defer to you on this.
Yeah, we'll have to watch the show and and see your picks on that one.
Yeah.
It could be a very important
I need a little more
swing.
time.
It could be a swing pick.
I've really got to put some time and effort into this
because,
of course, I'm chasing Jandy and the Varsity Sports high school hoops pick 'em, and these championship picks are worth 2 points. So I don't necessarily want to agree with you if I think another team's going to win. I'm gonna put some time in before we go ahead and unveil that. So, but should be a fun 3 days, no question about it. The Bismarck Civic Center, and certainly going to be a well-deserved champion when they finally do get the opportunity to cut down those nets.
Great job.
That's going to do it for our Boys State B tournament preview here in North Dakota. And for Jason Andera, I'm Jay Elson. Thanks for watching.